Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you a HollywoodShono in real life video. And this video, we're going to be plugging our Instagram, which you can see in the bottom column there, fourth one. HollywoodShonoisGod is the Instagram page, as you can see right there. And somebody, of course, took the HollywoodShono name, and I tried to get it reported by Instagram, and unfortunately, they won't do anything about it, so we have to use this name instead. Now, what you can find on my Instagram page is quite a bit of content, mostly tailored to Injustice Gods Among Us, but I do post a couple real-life pictures in there. As you can see here, we got a screening of the Injustice 2 Aquaman Challenge Nightmare difficulty completed with 3 days to spare. Nightmare difficulty, of course, uploaded today on Thursday, June 23rd, and the challenge is set to expire at 12 noon tomorrow. And here you can see the showdown between Superman and Batman. 18,715 damage on a heavy attack. That's pretty badass. Here we have a shot of the freshly shaved goatee, which Skyfall hates. And actually, I don't think he responded there. And no, he did not. I think he actually liked it. So I think people actually like the big goatee better, so you might see it back in some form. You never know. I did get a trimmer purchased for me for Father's Day, so you might not see it quite as wild, but there's a shot of the goatee from HollywoodShono. And, of course, we got some little love there as we have State Lover and HollywoodShono playing Injustice Gods Among Us together. Really cool. And we got some good food porn from Texas Roadhouse. We got those nice cheese fries with bacon. We also got some onion bloom and their lovely bread. Here's a photo from Sheikh Ahmed Habibi, who actually is a subscriber of mine, and I, of course, subscribe to this channel because it's Sheikh Ahmed Habibi. If you're a true HollywoodShono Injustice fan, show some love, give Sheikh Ahmed Habibi a subscribe, and go comment on his page. Awesome guy. And, of course, we have the Injustice 2 Superman booster packs. Obviously, the first one got more attention. And people asking how to do airplane mode, and Rassel Lover, of course, saying goddamn Shono, abusing airplane mode. J.S. Brazda also mentioning some comments, along with Diego Suave Anthony, Donnie421, DJ Tom Flower, Memo Vasquez, and Blake Stack 2764. So, one thing I'd also like to point out too is that on Instagram, if I see a notification in one of my videos while I'm recording, I make a little shout out to it because I am trying to grow my Instagram, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for liking my videos or commenting on my photos and anything else like that. I really appreciate you guys. I do try to go on YouTube and respond to people, but it is a daunting task when you get over 3,000 comments a month to respond to everybody. So here we have the thumbnail for Injustice 2 Superman Standard difficulty, which a lot of people also liked. We also have the second Injustice 2 Aquaman, and of course the first one with some waves in the Injustice 2 pack, and our lovely recording studio in Green Bay, Wisconsin, not quite as fancy as mine. And if you're really curious about that, there's the lovely desk there with the good old Orion Spark 910 along with some Coca-Cola to drink. That's some pretty cool shit right there. So a lot better recording studio, and here we can see a shot of Teen Titans Raven and Injustice 2 Superman, which was a big pain in the ass. We also have the Batgirl Challenge, which obviously was a little bit harder to complete in 3 days, mostly because we waited till like the last 12 hours to do Expert and Nightmare, but we got it done. So, good shit there. And here we have Batgirl getting choked out by Batman with the Dark Knight. Pretty cool logos there. We also have the explosive battering by Dawn of Justice Batman on Batman the Flash. No bullet time for you. We have Green Lantern just destroying Raven. We also have Zod taking Raven to the moon and trying to choke her out, kind of an Undertaker style. So it's pretty badass, and yes, nice view of her ass. And this was me, of course, working on the Raven Challenge while rendering a video in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And this was HollywoodShono purchasing the Blue Yeti microphone, and this is probably the wildest that my beard has ever been, which obviously has been tamed down. And here we have an interesting team with level 50s. And of course this was before animated Batman Beyond was promoted, and here you see Arkham Origins Bane was not usable. So in the Batman Beyond Challenge we had that. We had Doomsday. We also had double P.E.K.K.A.s in the shop in Clash Royale. That was some pretty badass stuff. Here was our recording studio in the motel, just a nice little motel table. We got our big gulp full of Coca-Cola. We got our Microsoft Surface Book, which I found out has officially replaced my laptop, just because it can do everything my laptop can. It can even play Diablo in 1080p. Some good shit there. This was in the the Blackest Night Doomsday multiplayer season, 2.153 million to get in the 1%. And here we were farming in the last little bit. I think this is when we first hit in the 1%, so that was pretty cool. Of course, this was us at the Disturbed concert being smartasses. And look, somebody actually took a shot of us and saw HollywoodShono at the Disturbed concert. That's some badass stuff. And of course, here's the posse in Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where we saw Disturbed live. And here was a shot of all of the new characters in patch 1.8 in Mortal Kombat X. Dark Emperor Liu Kang, Kobujutsu Tanya, and Dark Lord Kolokan, who is now Elite 2 after hard difficulty is completed. This was one of the first thumbnails where we actually did the new outros. So if you guys skip till the very end and watch the final battle, you should probably check out the end, because I do put up yesterday's video and 2 random videos. And I don't like to pop out a window, but maybe I should. Here we have Shattering the Cloak of Destiny. This is why you need to max out your gear. It's really badass doing that. Here we have a shot of the HollywoodShono shirt, and I also got a lot of criticism because all of the cool shit is in the back and the social information is in the front. My logic is, if I have my back turned, people are more likely to see the HollywoodShono logo in the front. Well, if you want my social information, there it is. So there is some reasoning behind it. People think it's weird, but whatever. And this is a tribute to B-Money getting destroyed by Sagoth the Slither, one of my favorite cards of Whispers of the Old Gods, just because it's a 5/9 taunt. You can't target it with spells, but the only thing you can do to it is a Keeper of Uldaman or a Deadly Shot, with it being the only one on the board or getting really lucky. Here, of course, we have the Dawn of Justice team at Elite 7, which is badass. We still have to do Wonder Woman. And this is a rare photo, HollywoodShono after work with double iPads, the right one being a 256 gigabyte and the gold one sold off 128 gigs. This was in the MetaHuman The Flash season to get Elite 7. 1.948 million, 1.874 was about the 1%, so not quite as high. Here we were in Legoland, California, and they had some DC keychains, which is pretty badass. And this was the prototype originally, before copyright said, no, you can't use certain logos, but this is what I originally was trying to do, and what you saw came up with. This was me at work fucking around with the Batman cereal. And this was Dawn of Justice Batman at Elite 7, which you guys really liked. And Dawn of Justice Batman before the 7 promotions, just showing that we had all 7 of them to make the video. And what do you do at TGI Fridays? You eat endless apps, you play Injustice Gods Among Us. I think it's a great combination. And while we're playing Injustice Gods Among Us at work, fucking around the Samsung camera, my favorite girl. And here we have a shot originally of the Dawn of Justice team, 122 likes. I think that's the highest one. Although the Dawn of Justice booster pack, 111 likes. Good shit there. And this is where we got Dawn of Justice Superman for the first time. And Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman's passive, because we actually bought the early access for that. Because 21 days, yeah, you got to show off Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. And this is a pretty cool one, because this weird team actually did really well on defense. Bray Wyatt just dominates, and because the Big Show and Kane are unpromoted, well, Bray Wyatt is the big menace. And if you can heal Bray Wyatt or have Kane do a little supplemental damage, it's pretty annoying. You just load Kane up with health gear. You have blocking gear and Royal Rumble gear on the Big Show, along with something else. Works pretty good. And here we have a shot of black people and foreigners. Gotta love the New Day. Here we have our little setup at work. We have Vince with his laptop, HollywoodShono with mine. And a good shot of me streaming on Twitch at work. Yes, I can stream while I'm at work. And we got a shot of Vince playing with his phone and Ron eating some food in the break room. Hope he gets better, man. Here we got a shot of a game night when we were playing Diablo at Rob and Erica's house. Pretty badass there. We had laptops galore. I had a Surface Pro 4 playing Diablo and worked really well. And of course we have Classic Scorpion at Elite 7. So that's pretty badass there. HollywoodShono in a Jason mask. Yes, I do own a Jason mask and I'm very proud of it. And here we have a Flying Punch for 253,000 damage. We've actually gotten it up to about 278,000, but yeah, that's some pretty good shit there. And 239,000, we of course upgraded some stuff, and this is some pretty interesting stuff, as we have the full LexCorp set and we have the Fourth World set as well, which of course I think the helmet's really good. I think the chest plate is the best item, and some people think the mace sucks. It probably doesn't. And here was me obviously in the black vest, which I really liked, and me punching out Batman for 165,000, pretty good. Here we got to Survivor Fight 13 with an Arkham Origins Deathstroke, Red Sun, Superman, and Raven. So the augmented Superman coming into play. In the multiplayer season, I think this is when we got Ares in the top 1%. And this was to get 3 promotions. This was us playing Call of Duty with Savage Wolf in Black Ops 3. Good times. And who drafts Reno Jackson in Arena? Good shit. And this was us playing around with Red Lantern Hal Jordan. And this was when it was broken. And it was pretty badass at the time. And this is, of course, comparing the iPad Pro to the iPad Air. And yeah, it's a big difference. Even case up the iPad Pro is a giant. Custom pistol, me getting to rank 11 for the first time. And Red Sun Superman barely hanging on. So that was a big accomplishment. Obviously, we can handle 11 no problem now. And, of course, what do you get when you cash out? Last laugh tickets, of course. And this was showing off MetaHuman the Flash, which is an amazing card. And starting out with Red Sun Superman, as we got a couple augments on him. And of course, me and the bestie with a collage, which you can do with a side app for Instagram. And of course, the very first photo that I posted. So if you like some of the stuff that you see, be sure to follow HollywoodShonoisGod on Instagram. And be sure to check in a couple times a week for some new photography, as I'm always adding new stuff. And yeah, I've had an Instagram for almost a year, and it's actually doing a lot better than Twitter. So if you like this video promoting my Instagram page, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice Gods Among Us, Mortal Kombat X, WWE Immortals, YouTube videos, playlists, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShonoisGod, and have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!